Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I am Amanda Cromhope from Truth Loyalty and the Blind Loyalty Trust. We interview world leaders in loyalty blindly. The challenge is about creating loyalty insight spontaneously and about a lot of fun. Simultaneously, it is about raising the awareness of the Blind Loyalty Trust, and 100% of the proceeds from my book, Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified, go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Today's Blind Loyalty Challenge brings Vienna to Cape Town, and we've never had anyone from Vienna on the Blind Loyalty Challenge before. So I'm very excited to introduce to you the new CEO of Comark Loyalty. It's Max Byloff, and he was tagged by Wojciech Kempny. Max, welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thanks for having me, Amanda. It's exciting, especially first one from Vienna. Wow.
Yeah, very much. We've got all over the world, but we've never been to Vienna before, so first time. So your question is set by Nakwanda Kamalo, and she is head of BP Southern Africa Rewards and one of your clients, and we actually worked with you on this client. And Nakwanda's question, classic question, but important question, and around AI, how are clients really incorporating AI into improving their loyalty programs?
Alrighty. So, I mean, AI is here to stay, right? And what we're seeing over the past few years is like a lot of buzzwords flying around. So you get a lot both on client and on solution provider space where there's the same buckets all over again. A lot of it is now focused on Gen AI. And that's also something that I think is fairly easy to implement, but is also like, let's say, almost the least important differentiator now when we're seeing it, because essentially you're just putting, conversations into a model, and then you get like some nice answers back. I think the real important thing, that's what we're seeing now, is the development in agentic AI.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the huge difference. So let's make it practical, right? If I'm running a huge loyalty product, let's say at an enterprise, let's say I'm a bank, I will have a lot of daily challenges in not, what the system does, but how do I actually make changes, operate things? I might have, if I'm in the group, I might have, 7, 8 or more markets that need to adhere to my processes, but where I give them a little bit of wiggle room. So by having really functional agentic and agents, so let's say agents working with you, that's a group marketing manager can say, hey, please adapt this one campaign to the specificities of the South African market, and the same time for Brazil. And that's something that we in our labs already see working extremely well. It's also something we're really putting a big bet on.
Great, thank you. And actually, frighteningly, I'm not sure everyone understands the difference between what you've just described with Gen AI or agentic AI. So, I mean, it's a bit of a 101, but it's a critical understanding. My second
100%.
question, there are actually 3 chapters in Blind Loyalty focused around the tech decision. So it's quite appropriate for Comark. And actually, I broke my golden rule of only having 1 chapter per subject of loyalty because there are so many component parts to it. So what is the one question you wish clients asked a tech company like yourselves so that you could really, really express how you can serve that client during either an RFP process or otherwise?
That's a great question. Before I answer it, to set the scene. So what I in the industry, and I've worked at other loyalty tech providers before. So what I've seen is that once the tech company comes in, obviously we're asked about just the tech. And I often thought to myself, gee, that's a little bit short-sighted, because let's say we at Comark, we don't only have the tech. We have hundreds of people who work for decades, like at times, with different industries, yeah, just like yourself, Amanda. So we have a few on strategy. So what I wish, to answer your question, what I would love to be asked in the beginning is not, like, does your tech cover X, Y, Z, to come from that angle, but to go in and say, show me your vision for our greenfield. Let's say we would have a greenfield program. Where should we be in 3 years? What should be the things that we're doing? Like, like give the tech provider the chance to also be creative, and then maybe show, like for us to show maybe live how they would work with the tech. Yes. But to go in and, even be open and even change the questions, yeah, that they're asking.
Your teams might kill you for that. You know that.
Oh, it's okay. We're agile.
Of course, love it. My last question. We have a chapter 51 in Blind Loyalty around surprise and delight. What is your personal favorite surprise and delight loyalty experience?
Okay. I'll tell you the one that I wish would be implemented all over, and it's one that I've experienced and it's hospitality. I think in hospitality, that's the industry that's been, like, let's say, generally spoken, the most conservative and stuck in innovation over the past decades. So I wish that instead of being a silver member on my folio where I get 10% on my third night at XYZ hotel, I would come in and give it a concrete example. I go to the same resort every year for summer vacation. And it's a very nice, like little small boutique hotel. And I tend to start my vacation with a Negroni.
Yeah.
And just one, yeah. And then, I sat at the beach bar, and the 10th time I'm there, they bring it to me, without me ordering it, and say, hey, it's your 10th time with us. We know you like the Negroni. This one is on us. So
Stunning.
while that resort did that, with manual bookkeeping, today's technology, obviously, if we also connect the core loyalty management system with the POS, so food and beverage systems,
Yeah, of
with
course.
the other things, and that's something that's not really there yet. You can totally automate those things, especially circling back to AI. And
Yeah.
how about what would you feel, as a guest versus the 10% off on the third night?
Beautiful example. Beautiful example. I also love a Negroni. That's why I laughed.
Good. Hope we can get one in our Poland
Wonderful.
HQ once.
Stunning. Well, I knew you'd fly through that, so thank you so much. Now you can put someone else in the hot seat. Who would you like to tag?
All right, I'm tagging somebody in Asia and the Philippines. So let's see if you already have some examples there. So it's Peter Redan Ramirez. He's the head of Globe Rewards for Globe Telecom. And I would love to tag this gentleman.
Stunning. I haven't spoken to Peter. That's great. That's why I'm selfishly loving doing the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I get to meet all these fabulous new people. Thank
Very
you.
smart idea.
And a question for, it may not be for Peter, but for another person on the challenge.
Yeah, so I wonder, like, if we're going 2 years ahead from now, what does sound like science fiction today in loyalty that will be a standard in 2 years?
Beautiful. What a great question. Love it. I love it. Thank you, Max. Thank you so much. Wonderful answers to 3 short, sharp questions and a good laugh over a Negroni.
Thank you, Amanda.